What's going on, everyone? This is Arthur Status here, and I'm back with another review. And today we're gonna review the Canada Goose. This is the Langford jacket. I always wanted to do this review because I know there's some of you out there that are in the market for getting a good quality coat. A coat really like that is good quality. It's like an investment. But I think that Canada Goose is definitely one of those like go-to coats whenever you start looking into like the more higher tier coats. For example, like the Canada Goose, the Montclair, the North Face, Mackage, Moose Knuckle, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this is the Canada Goose. Let me see if you can see the logo here. I think this is what really drew me to the coat, other than like the quality of the coat, is the logo. Looks really fire. But before we get into the review, I just want to say, guys, please make sure that you follow me, subscribe to the channel, you like and you comment on my videos. So the more engagement, the more this video will reach out and help out a lot of people. As you know, with my reviews, is always going to be story time. I've had this coat for a long time. I've had it since like winter of 2017, and it's lasted me so far. It's a really good quality coat, guys. If you're in the market for a winter coat, I would highly recommend to look at Canada Goose. Canada Goose is very prestige, is known for their good quality, and not even the quality, but this coat, guys, will keep you nice and warm. So, backstory, I have asthma, and I used to live in New York. I lived in New York for almost all my life, and I always had like not good quality coats. And in the winter, that's wintertime, that's when my asthma would trigger. And living in New York, a lot of people know, it gets very cold. You're constantly, in trains, waiting for trains. You're constantly outside, walking a lot. So I usually, before I had this coat, I usually just used to have like a nice Zara coat or a Topshop or Top Men. I used to have a nice Top Men coat as well for years. The coats would last me like a few years, like a year or two, and then I would like recycle, buy another like 150 to maybe like 150 coat at Zara. They were very nice and stylish and trendy, but the quality wasn't good. It didn't really keep you warm, and I needed something. I was just tired of like feeling cold all the time. I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna invest in a good quality coat. So I was looking at the time. This is back in 2017, so I don't know if like a lot of these brands were around. But I definitely was looking at North Face. That was a big consideration, especially like if you're from New York. Obviously, a lot of people, they still rock North Face and things of that nature. They're known for their quality and to keep you warm. That was definitely a consideration. And then I remember I used to, work in Midtown, and a lot of the corporate people, not only like, stylish people, but also corporate people used to wear Canada Goose. And I was saying I'm like, oh wow, that coat is really nice. It looks really good with like, suits and things of that nature. So I did my research or whatever. Not only did it look stylish for me, but it also kept you nice and warm. It was good quality. It was a strong coat. The reason why I decided, I was between the Canada Goose here or the North Face. The reason why I decided to go with this one, with the Canada Goose brand, is because I feel like the North Face, it was nice and good quality, but it was just too thick, too big, and I just didn't like that. Especially like when you're like wearing, formal wear or like business casual wear, it didn't look too nice. Obviously, if you were like in just casual wear with jeans and like hoodies and sweaters and things of that nature, was fine, but it was just too bulky and I just didn't like it. So, and I settled for this one. This one was obviously super expensive. I think at that time it cost me like $1,000. The North Face was like $400. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pay the big bucks and I'm going to make this investment. And it's lasted the test of time. So again, guys, sometimes it's just better to, buy a more expensive item if it's gonna last you a long time. Like I would say since 2017, I've been in the business of like buying quality things, even if it's gonna cost me a lot more. If I don't have the money at the time, I will just not buy it and save up for it until I can, buy it and things of that nature. And it's just gonna last me a longer time. I don't have to keep rebuying every few years. This coat does have like a few cons, which I'll get into, but I feel like the pros outweigh the cons. I'm super happy that I was, first of all, able to afford this coat, but that I did make the decision in buying this coat. This is the Langford, guys. As I said in the beginning of the video, one of the reasons why I also like this coat is that it's long. So if you see, my thumb is like down here, so the coat is just a little bit longer than where my hands hit when they're down. It's not knee deep, the coat. So it's, I would say, in between, I guess, my hips and my knees. That's where the coat, but closer to my knees. I'm 5'11". This is a size small. I'm 5'11", and I'm about 155 to 165 pounds. And this is a size small. Before I did buy the coat, I did do my research online, like I always do, but I also went inside like a Bloomingdale's, and I tried on the small and the medium, because I'm either a small or a medium. The reason why I went with the small is because I just like the more fitted look, versus medium was fine as well. I could have done either or, but the medium, especially when you wear like a light layer or like a t-shirt or something, it was just gonna be too boxy, and I just didn't like that. So I went with the snug fit, like small. Now, I do think that this coat is so good that you don't have to put a bunch of layers on, and you're still gonna stay nice and warm. So that's another consideration of mine why I went with the small, because I'm like, wait a minute, if I do the small, I don't have to put that many layers. If the coat is good and it's what everybody says, I'll be fine with the small. One thing I like about this coat is that it has side pockets over here on the side, where especially when it's like really, really cold, you can put your hands in there, and it has like a suede. Let me see if you can see. Yeah, it has like a suede lining in it, which that suede lining, guys, it keeps your hands nice and warm, so you don't need gloves. So that's definitely a pro of this coat, which I really, really like. And it also feels comfortable too, like to rest your hands inside the pocket here as you're walking. Some coats, they have the pockets in like these weird places or whatever that is not so comfortable. This one is super, super comfortable, guys. This coat has gotten like, it went from like a black to kind of like a charcoal color over the years. So keep that in mind, guys. You can definitely see like a few like stains, but like look at here. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But again, guys, I've had this since 2017. So this coat has a pocket here on the sides over here. I've never really used that pocket. I don't really use it inside pockets. And let's see, it has another pocket here, and it has a big pocket here. This is where I put my phone and things of that nature on the sides here. A big pocket. You can definitely fit like an iPhone, the biggest iPhone there is, the Pro Max, with not a problem. But I definitely like this coat because it's long as well. It kind of have that parka vibe, and when you're wearing suits, guys, it's nice to have a long coat so the coat can go over the suit. Versus, let's say, if you wear like a Maya Montclair jacket, it's short, like a puffer, it's short, and you won't be able to put on a suit. You can put other things on, like sweaters and things of that nature, but it just doesn't look nice when it's just hanging out, like a suit jacket hanging out from the coat or whatever. So this is something that's gonna cover the suit. I do wear this coat a lot when I go to work. Now I live in New Jersey, right? When I first bought this coat, I lived in New York all my life. I was walking everywhere, taking public transportation everywhere. The only times I wear this coat is obviously going to work, right? I want to stay nice and warm, so I'll wear this coat to travel into the city. I take the bus to go into the city. Obviously when I wear a suit, so like if I'm wearing a suit that day, I'll definitely wear this coat. I do have like other coats as well, but this is my main coat for the winter. I don't wear this coat once I come back home and then I'm going to the gym, or if I'm off that day and I'm running a lot of errands and I'm driving everywhere, I don't wear this coat. Not because it gets too hot or anything, it's just the Montclair Maya jacket. It's just more convenient. It looks more stylish. It's more, a little bit more, I guess, like comfortable in a sense. Like this one is long, you know, when you're inside a car, it gets a little bit, you know, uncomfortable, I would say, but nothing crazy. I just find myself wearing this coat in extreme weather conditions, and also if I'm gonna be outside walking a lot. I find that whenever if I'm driving that day, or I'm driving everywhere, or I'm off from work and I'm not traveling to the city, I'll just have my Montclair. I'll put a t-shirt on, have my Montclair. When you drive everywhere, guys, as you guys know, a lot of you guys that live in cold states in the wintertime and you guys have a car, you don't really need to put a bunch of layers on, because you're just in and out of places. You know, you get out of the car, you go inside, you know, the spot that you have to go to, come out, you know, walk inside your car, and then you're all set. But if you're outside for long periods of time, I highly recommend this Langford Canada Goose coat. So one thing about this coat is that I like is that it's like a Velcro. It has like Velcro. It doesn't have any buttons, so that's how it closes. You know, obviously it has the zipper right here, but I like it because you can literally just close it right away. You don't have to like fasten the buttons. Now, the only downside of these buttons is that these buttons get stuck with the sleeve of the coat. So this, obviously I've had it for almost, you know, whatever it is, 8-10 years or whatever. So as you can see, it kind of looks like a rat chewed on it, but actually the sleeves get caught up on the Velcro over here, and it like jacks it up. So that's definitely a con of the jacket. Again, I don't really mind it. It doesn't look the best. I don't really mind it because it's gonna keep you nice and warm, and it's gonna keep you stylish. But that is something to consider, that sometimes it gets stuck to the Velcro. Another con, I think one of the biggest cons of this coat is that it sheds. The feather, guys, sheds like crazy. As I'm talking to you guys, there's you know, feathers flying everywhere. So let me tell you why that's like an inconvenience. So let's say me, for example, when I wear suits and I'm going to work, whenever I take the coat off, I have like a few feathers on my suit jackets or on my clothing. Especially like when you wear dark colors. Like today, I'm wearing a light color. It's not a big deal. It's perfectly fine. You can't see it, but if you're wearing black or dark colors, it's gonna stick to the thing. You have to lint roll it. So one thing to consider, guys, you will, not a deal breaker, but you will have to lint roll a lot while wearing this coat. Maybe consider like not wearing darker colors or something. Who knows, maybe the new coats nowadays, they don't have that issue. Yeah, guys, I think that's the biggest, those are the two biggest deal breakers of this coat. Everything else is perfect. I do like the fox fur on the hoodie. I know that now the Canada Goose, I don't think they're selling coats with fox fur anymore. So I do like the aesthetics of having the fox fur. This is real fox fur. Another thing I like about this coat is that it has like a suede-like fabric here. So when you zip it up, it serves as like a nice scarf, especially when it's cold. So that's really, really nice, and I enjoy that feature. Guys, this is the coat closed. So just want to show you how it looks like. Very, very stylish coat. This goes with everything. Jeans, you know, suits, you know, chinos, business casual, streetwear. That's one thing I like about this coat, that it's just very stylish. You know, after years of having this coat, I will definitely buy a new one. I'll probably get the same color black because it just goes with everything, or who knows, maybe like a nice like olive green or things of that nature, who knows. But guys, this is one of the best investments that I've ever done. I think they're a little bit more expensive, these coats, from like when I first bought them. It was like $1,000. Now it's probably 11, 12, 1,300. If you're somebody that lives in a cold state, I would highly recommend this. Now, if you drive everywhere, you don't probably really need a coat like this unless you know, have the money and you just want to look good and feel good and stay warm or whatever. this is a good coat. If you're just looking for like a winter coat, like a statement piece, I would highly recommend going with the Canada Goose. And then, you know, go for the Montclair and the other like more stylish and trendier coats and things of that nature. I think this is the, if you're looking to build your coat wardrobe or your winter wardrobe or closet, I would start off with the Langford Canada Goose first, and then I would get the more funner Montclairs, the Mackages, the the Moose Knuckles, the North Face. But this is a good starting coat to add to the collection, and then you build your collection up when it comes to coats. So guys, that's it for the review. Love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I'll catch you on the next review. Peace.